Lavanya, shall we start, Lavanya?
Yes, ma'am.
Guest arrived.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, right, ma'am.
Okay. Good morning. I'm Dr. Ananthi on behalf of Department of Information Technology. Dear participants, we welcome you all for today's webinar on machine learning. Today's guest speaker is Mr. Reddy Shekhar, technical lead of HCL Technologies. He is having totally 9 years of experience. His expertise in machine learning, mobile app development using iOS, Android. We welcome you, sir. Now the session is yours.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay. Hi everyone. So, are you able to hear my voice?
Yes, sir.
Let me know if you are not able to. Okay. I'll go with the voice. Okay. Video presentation might not be able to because I'm staying at home. So, okay. So let us start the session now. Let me present the screen first. Yeah. So, hope screen is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You can call me Shaker. Okay. Okay. So before going to the machine learning, so basically we'll discuss about the data. Okay. So where the world is now and how the data is coming up, all these things. So data is everywhere. Like we have see Gmail, everything, Google. We have a lot of data. We use Gmail data and other Google data we have, right? So search engines, everything we have. So there will be a lot of data consumption and also storing and all these things. Okay, and even like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and any other social media that currently we are using. So there is huge data we are processing, right? Okay, so this is everybody knows. Yes. Okay, so how the data science is processed. Like, so there will be data collection. Okay, so and then data preparation and how the data will be statistically shown and visualization port and machine learning. So how these are interconnected, like so basically we'll store the data, right? So whenever we do any search or any other thing, and see all this data will be captured, right, somewhere. So that will be data stored. So all data will be collected. Okay. So then it will be so there will be a data preparation where this can be done by various teams, and there we see like whenever I do search in Google, right? So what happens? Suppose I search a cell phone or Samsung, some S3 something, or Amazon search. So immediately you will get in Facebook, in the ads or any other post. So how do we get all these things? So this is the process of engineering. There will be backend teams, engineers, so many people working on it, and they'll clean the data and they'll prepare the data and they'll visualize as they need. So that is going to happen. And visualization technologies, there is a lot of visualization technologies. We can see. Let me widescreen this. Okay, so there will be a lot of data visualization tools available. So Power BI, Jasper Server, and all these things. So basically, this will be for visualization. So visualization, what it will do, it will statistical data it will show. So what machine learning is then? So why do we need a machine learning? So basically, it's a you know it will develop. will develop a predictive models, and based on that models will analyze the future and will do predictions, and we can train the missions, and so we'll ask missions to perform some action based on the data. So that is what it is. So this is whole scenario of data. So basically, data is the main source for the machine learning. So okay, fine. So then, uh, where we'll use these things like so machine learning can be used. There is few areas like spam filtering, credit card fraud detection, digital recognition, detecting faces and images, MRI images, and recommendation systems, search engines, handwriting recognitions, and sim classifications. There are a lot more. So like this, so we can use in all the industries, various industries. So as per the requirement, as per the data, we'll train the systems where it will recognize and perform some actions. Okay. So okay, basically data is fine. So how the data formats will be like, there will be text formats, number formats, streams, and graphs, tables, images, videos, and all above. Okay, so this is basically about data. So so now we'll go to machine learning. So what is machine learning? Machine learning is nothing but another form of AI that enables system. Okay. Uh, Learn from data. So basically, we'll ask system to learn from data. So we'll not write a program and make mission to work. So based on data, we'll ask to learn. And how do we do that? We'll use the algorithms and train the data, and that can be treated as a model, and that model can be used as a uh, uh, for recognition. So basically, we'll use the models, different models. We'll create the models and we'll use the models, and we'll predict the future, and we'll do all kind of machine learning. Uh, and we'll apply into the real time actions. Okay. Oh, okay. So this is about the models and algorithms. Okay, so basically where the industries will use this. Okay, like biology, statistics, visualization, economics, engineering, signal processing, and database. These are all interrelated with the ML. Okay, so 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 we'll build the models. Okay, uh, based on the volume of the data. Okay. Uh, we'll discuss various categories of machine learning. So there will be different approaches based on the situation, based on the uh, problems that we have, and we categorize all this machine learning things. Okay. So what are all those ones? Okay, that is fine. Like right now we have seen the how the data is collected, and by the machine learning need and now we'll see what are the different approaches we are going to take for this machine learning. So one is supervised learning. Okay, what is this supervised learning? So supervised learning is structured, and we have labeling system for that. And suppose like fruits or any animals, data will collect. We have a specific names for the animals, specific names for the fruits and specific names for the organizations and all these things. We have very labeled and structured data. So this is called as supervisory. Okay. So basically, we'll do image classification and market predictions. Uh, all these things we'll do with the supervisory learning. So and then we have unsupervised learning. So where we don't have any label of that. Okay, suppose so fruits we have orange can label, apple can label like that. At the same time, any other categories like animals or any other data if we collect, if we want to make, we have a label. But whereas there will be a lot of data will be collected throughout a day, so from the various social medias. Okay, so we'll collect all the data, and so what happens, we don't know what kind of data they are posting and we can't label exactly. Okay, so there is uh, no, we can't recognize the data. There will be different data coming in. So this is classified as a unsupervised learning. So this is another approach we have. Okay. So what we'll do in this case is like we can do clustering. Okay, because there will be a lot of data, and we need to use different clusters. Okay, and collect the data, and then we'll do engineering and data cleaning and all these things, and we'll build the algorithms for that, and then we'll use this unsupervised learning approach for the social media data and other unstructured and unlabeled data. There is other area, other approach is that reinforcement learning. What is this reinforcement? It's a behavioral learning model. It's like it depends on trial and error methods. So based on then it will take the decisions. Okay. So this is the another approach we have. Okay. So I'll show you the few industries that use this approach. My screen is frozen. See, this is how it will be like. There will be a robotic agent. Okay, and will this will be trained as a reinforcement learning, and then based on the human expert will train the data in action, and it will be a response and query. So the basic thing is like, uh, suppose in manufacturing, for robotics we'll do some training, and uh, just picking the items and placing the items and all these things. Okay, and it will recognize and it will memorize that whether it is succeed or fails. Okay, so that's how it will be in manufacturing industry. And inventory management will use it, and other areas like delivery management and power systems. So, and financial sectors also. So for these, I'll share the PPT later, we can see and how it can be used and all these things. Okay, so this is another approach we have. So another approach is like deep learning. What is deep learning? Okay. So basically, deep learning algorithms or data models that will use to recognize the face recognitions, and also like you know uh, suppose traffic or any other number plate recognition, and other areas like uh, suppose in the road some accident happens, and so so who and all at that particular moment and all these things. Basically, it will be image recognition and video recognition, and so there will be deep learning algorithms. Okay, so which will allow us to do all these things. And one more thing, that we don't need to build the entire you know uh, entire code, all these things. Okay, so there will be libraries inbuilt and which will use it, and then we'll do some process and so there will be different algorithms. I used one of the algorithm. I'll show you example in the last. Okay. So even the speech recognitions and all these things will be come under the deep learning. So up to now, do you have any questions or anything? Next, I'll proceed because we'll go further. Hello. Uh, you people are hearing me, right?
Yes, sir.
You can call me Shekhar, not an issue. So, okay. Any questions, or I'm okay with the presentation, or so just let me know. It's clear, right? I'm going a little bit fast or slow or whatever.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
yeah. So,
I'm Dani, sir. I'm Dani.
okay. It's okay, right? I can continue, right? Hello.
Yeah, we can hear, sir.
Okay, the presentation is missing, I think. 1 second. Okay, you are able to see my screen, right? Hello. Okay, so let us. Uh, you are able to see my screen, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so this is a basic, diagram for the machine learning, and this is a difference between artificial intelligence and machine learning. Machine learning is another form of artificial intelligence only. Okay, so except from that, there will be artificial intelligence where it includes the natural language processing, planning, reasoning. Other than that, it also another form of artificial intelligence. Okay. So then basically we'll use few terms for the machine learning. One is a model, another one is the feature, and target, and training, prediction. So what is model? So model is basically learned from the data, okay, based on the some machine learning algorithms, okay, and feature is an individual measurable property of our data, okay. So and other one is like target. So target is nothing but labeling, okay? So another one is training. That is training is nothing but like where we train the systems based on the data models, okay. And predictions. uh, Predictions is straightforward, where we give outputs and based on the data models and data processing. So this is the terms basically we use in the machine learning, and this is how the data will be taken as an input, then feature extraction and algorithms and labeling can be done. Okay, and there is some links which you can follow. Okay, and we will see how do we implement the machine learning. Okay, so we need a language to build any program or anything, and we need a IDs for that. Yeah, and what are the languages we can use for this is like Python or MATLAB, Activa, and Julia and C++. But basically, I'll use the Python. Okay. Um, uh, I'm a Java coder, so I'll use the Python next as a another language. Okay. There will be different IDEs we use, like RStudio, PyCharm, and Julia, Spider, and all these things. I'll use the PyCharm, which Python developer. Okay. One second, please. Okay. So you can see different algorithms. We'll see. So these are all the different algorithms which will be applied on the data so that it will be created as a model, and that model will use for the all the real time examples. Okay, real time scenarios. Okay, so there is different types of algorithms we have, and basically regression, classification, and unsupervised learning algorithms we have. And I will show you the algorithms one by one. There will be linear regression algorithm, and statistics students might be known all these things. Okay, how the linear regression works, and right now cannot go in detail. Okay, and there will be logistic regression algorithms and CAT algorithms. This is for classification and regression trees and Naval base. So give them okay and KNN. This is nearest neighboring algorithm. Okay. There is unsupervised algorithms of Priya, K-means, PCA. All this is algorithms, back the data used and created as a models. Okay. Since I developed some examples in the Python, so I'll show you the few libraries that is available for machine learning. Okay. So I told you, right? So we don't need to develop entire libraries, algorithms, everything. But we can use the existing libraries and we can achieve our goals. Okay? So there is NumPy. This is a popular algorithm. Okay, for mathematical functions, we'll use the NumPy. Okay, and complex mathematical, mathematical calculations we can do that using that. And SciPy. Okay, this is also one of the popular library. Okay, this is for linear algebra and integrations and statistics we use. Okay. And there is another issue. This is Taino. This is another data model. Okay. Machine learning library. Uh, so it is for optimizing CPU and GPU. This is the one we use. TensorFlow. Actually, right now, whatever the example I'm using the TensorFlow. Okay. This is developed by Google. Okay. And it will use the neural networks. Okay. And this will be TensorFlow basically on top of other libraries. Backend will use this TensorFlow. Okay. For deep learning and research applications actually. Keras, yeah, this is also used actually. So this is again like improving the CPU and GPU. Okay, and altogether like Keras plus TensorFlow, all these things together I use. Okay, PyTorch. Okay, PyTorch is also another library for the machine learning. Now, so again, it's natural language processing, uh, and we can develop many other ML programs. Pandas, this is also another popular library. Uh, you know, so it uses for the data extraction and preparation. So widely used uh, tools for data analysis, basically. This is Matplotlib. Again, this is also for graphics actually, basically. Like data visualization, I told you, right? So when we try to visualize the data, so we'll use this Matplot library. So this is also another Python library. So like this, we can for R we have there is different languages active. So whichever language you're comfortable, you can develop that, and you can use the different libraries, and you can achieve this machine learning. Okay, I will go to some example. Okay. This is for object detection. This is deep learning algorithm for the deep learning example actually. Uh, this is the PyCharm community edition I used, and I just created one project. There is a image. Okay, so this is the image like traffic system. There is some vehicles we are seeing it, and what we are going to achieve. I'll show you. Okay. So, I added some packages here. Okay, so I'll show you. There is some built-in libraries we have, and added few more libraries which to perform this. This is a Python file. Okay, this is one of the library image. Actually, this is a library. Okay, build detection library. Can get it, and you can install to this application whatever the project you are going to create. So basically, I'll create the detector with the new. So I told you right. What is it? We need to give data model. Model actually. So model based on that model only it will process the data. Okay, and we given the input JPG file. Okay, and what is the output for file we have to generate. Okay, and we are setting the model and the model path, and it's loading the model and it taking the image, and it is detecting the objects. So what are all the objects we have seen? Like when we see the image, you can see very less. Like we have some vehicles and all these things. But what are all the objects is there? And it will list all the objects actually when we run the program. So let me run the programs. See, it is just TensorFlow backend. I told you, right? So, like this, many libraries will be used, and it will be many algorithms used, and data can be recognized based on different permutations and combinations. See, this is a percentage probability I am printing and the name of the each item. Okay, one is a traffic light, and truck and car. These are all the object form. Okay, and okay. So let me see the new image that is created. Okay, with the percentage, it is labeling all the items. Okay. You can see this processed image, right? So this is how basically this is deep learning example actually. So this is how we'll do object detection. In the same way, we can use any another image and we can recognize all the objects presented in that particular image. So this is image recognition basically. So when we discussed about deep learning, I told you right, we have speech recognition, image recognition. Yeah, this is the example. And do you have any questions or anything? Basically, I covered uh, all the algorithms, and, all the data model, libraries, Python libraries I showed you. And still, if you want to go deeply, you can follow the tutorials and you can follow the or PPT that I will share. Okay. Uh, you are able to see my screen, right? Hello.
Yeah, we can able to.
Oh. So, do you have any questions?
There's a question like, is it necessary to create a Python virtual environment when working with ML?
One second. Uh, See, it's not Python. I showed you a lot of IDEs and you know, and also the languages you can use, right? So right now, I used one of the, you know, I taken one of the scenario where the object detection. In the same way, you can use it for any other scenarios where you want to do some speech recognition and other things like in big industries like manufacturing industries and financial industries based on the historical data, like we can create the predictions. So how this financial year will be and all these things, and there will be different approaches like unsupervised learning and supervised approach, and all these things will be there. And we should use the proper libraries and achieve our goals. So that is how it will be. You
Okay,
don't
sir. Then
need only Python. You can use any other language.
okay, sir. Then there is another question. What is the difference between neural network and deep learning?
Okay. See, neural network uses the neurons to transmit the data. Okay. Uh, and output values through connectors. Okay. And deep learning, whereas associated with the transformation and the extraction of the feature, I showed you feature, right? Uh, which established the relation between the stimuli and the associated neural response see in the brain. Okay, so basically, it, so output will be through connectors using neural networks. Okay, whereas here I showed you the deep learning example, right? It need not to be a connector or something.
There's another question, sir. How can we do feature extraction in images? How can we improve the accuracy in ML?
By using algorithms. See, basically, accuracy improvement, it depends on a lot of things like, we need to use bulk data, okay, and we need to do proper feature engineering, okay, and proper feature selection. I told you multiple algorithms and algorithm tuning and all these things should be done.
Okay, sir. Participants, if you have any questions, kindly post in the chat box. So there's a question, which is best for classification, supervised learning or reinforcement?
Sorry.
There's a question like, which is best for classification, supervised learning or reinforcement?
It's a supervised learning actually. See, totally reinforcement totally different actually. So based on trial and error.
And also there is another question, which is the difference between machine learning and deep learning?
See, machine learning. Deep learning is one of the part of machine learning. Okay, so what is the difference in the sense? Machine learning includes a lot more other than deep learning. So deep learning is like only for restricted to few areas like speech recognition, image recognition, like.
And there is again one question, sir, difference between the neural networks and deep learning?
I told you, right? Uh, data transmission will be different and output will be output format will be different.
And also, which tools is the best one, they're asking, sir?
We cannot say best one like uh, there will be a see even we have platforms as well. So nowadays we are having Azure, Microsoft Azure, and AWS and other platforms also. So uh, where we can develop and basically which one is better in the sense it depends on the coding capabilities and all these things like which language you want to learn and proceed. Basically, I'll use the Python, okay, or also fine. And others, I don't have much idea. So I have these two, R and Python.
There's another question, sir. Is Python is good for machine learning?
Definitely, there will be plenty of libraries available. Definitely, it will be a very good language to learn, and it has very good feature as well. A lot of machine learning libraries is available. That is one good advantage of it. I don't say that it's not available with other languages, but still. And learning is also easy compared to other languages. Let me do it actually.
So there's another question. What is fraud detection?
Fraud detection is like, so suppose uh, we'll see credit card fraudulence, like a lot of fraud detection, fraud will happen, right? Basically, it will based on the rules that we create. Suppose, again, it's data, depends on data, like historical data. So, if it is exceeds some uh, X amount, and then we'll raise a alert. All these things will be done through the machine learning algorithms. So, any transactions, mistransactions, and all these things, it will generate an alert actually. Yeah, we worked on one of the project that is related to fraud detection only. So, basically, it uses the machine learning. Whenever there is something happens, it will alert actually to the system.
Fine, so there is another question. At present, major usage of ML for problem solving in real-time scenarios.
Real time scenarios, right? It will be manufacturing industry, inventory management, and delivery management, which this image recognition especially will use for security systems like any uh, illegal things happens or any somebody hit on the road and went and then we use the any image captures and yeah, I'm sorry. So what happens is like basically we get the image, but we don't know what is the number plate and all these things, right? What happens like using this? What we can do is we can recognize the number. So because when we capture the image, it might not be very clear. Okay, using these algorithms, we can find that very small pin to point, pin to pin, we can get that data. So we can use, cops might be using all these things.
Hello.
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 Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm Dharani.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what is the best tool for sentiment analysis?
Sorry, madam.
For sentiment analysis, which tool is best?
For which analysis? Can you put it in the chat, madam? Sentiment analysis. Okay. I don't know actually. So still we need to sentiment analysis is basically historical data, right? It is again.
Sir,
Sentiment analysis in the sense I am not understanding.
it comes under NLP concept.
Okay. You meant to say natural language processing things, right? Okay.
Yes, yes.
This will come under artificial intelligence, right? Yeah. So I told you, right, when I showed the diagram. So there will be difference between machine learning. See, natural language comes under artificial intelligence. It's not come under machine learning, actually. But still, so again, I told you, right? So we don't need to really write the algorithms and all these things. Uh, Basically, for the yeah, somebody could develop that libraries as well. So, which for is there any other questions?
How do we know if we have chosen the right algorithm for the data? Hello.
Yeah, I muted. One second. So, right algorithms in the sense based on the problem I showed you, right? One second. Uh, See, these are the different approaches, right? So we need to find the approach first, and based on that, uh, I showed you algorithms. One second. If you follow this link, you come to know which algorithm can be used. They'll clearly explain the situations as well. Okay. So we need to check all these things and then decide what is the problem of ours, and then we should go it actually. For more details, I'll share with. Okay. So I'll get them. I'll note the point and I'll share.
Lavanya ma'am, yes ma'am.
We can conclude, I think. Questions all answered.
Okay ma'am.
Thank you, Reddy Sekhar sir. We had a wonderful session. Dear participants, thank you all. So, Lavanya ma'am, kindly conclude.
Yeah.
Okay
Thank
ma'am.
you so much.
Before signing off, I would like to thank the speaker, Mr. Reddy Shekhar, for his wonderful presentation. And thank you, sir. I would also thank the management, principal, our HOD, Dr. Anandi ma'am, and our department faculties for their kind support and giving me the opportunity to organize this webinar. And most importantly, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to all the participants for your cooperation throughout the session and made the event to be completed successfully. Thank you all. I'll just add one more information here. I will post the feedback link in the chat box. Kindly fill the feedback link in order to get your e-certificates. Kindly fill the feedback form. Once you have filled the form, you can leave the session. Once again, thank you one and all and have a great day.